Hey, what's going on, Poké fans? Welcome back to Pet at the Peak. In today's video, we'll be looking at one kind of interesting deck list. It is a Scizor VMAX featuring Zacian V and the Zamazenta V as the backup or main attacking Pokemons, depend against which deck you are gonna play. So as always, having Zamazenta V with that Dauntless Shield ability is such a good tech in the metal decks, because you can prevent all damage done to the Zamazenta by opponent Pokemon VMAX attacks. Unfortunately, against Shred Dragapult VMAX, that's not gonna be effective. And then theoretically with Inteleon, they can hit for like 60 plus 20, 20, 20, depend on how many Inteleons they have in play. So that matchup can be a little bit tricky, but then again, you can heal the damage a little bit with the Crystal Cave, you can discard energy theoretically with the Soul Tackle, so you're probably going to be good to go against Dragapult. But what's going to happen against some decks that can one-hit knock your Zacian or Zamazenta? Well, then you're going to be in trouble. Well, maybe not if you play Scizor VMAX as a tech, because with 320 HP, you can tank a little bit more, and you can buy yourself a time to maybe set up a knockout, one-hit knockout, or maybe two-hit knockout against opponent VMAX decks. Why? Because with hard Scizors, you're hitting for 90, which is possible at a turn 2, and you are reducing the damage for 30 more. So in theory, opponent attack will does 30 less. With the Crystal Cave, that's like minus 60 damage, which is really a lot. Also, taking a closer look to the Big Charm, you can increase the HP a little bit more on the Scizor VMAX. So theoretically, you can have 350 HP, which is pretty dope. I mean, imagine playing versus Dragapult VMAX. So it can hit for like 130. If you heal 60 damage, it's like 70. I mean, let's be real, 70 damage, you will need like 5 turns to knock out that Scizor VMAX. But if you play against, for example, the Decidueye can hit for like 90, minus 30 for the resistance, minus 30 for the hard Scizors, minus 30 for the Stadium. When you use it to heal the damage, it's like minus 90, which is just mind-blowing. So yeah, this deck also have pretty decent matchup against the Decidueye, because we have one Duraludon with the Power Beam as a tech, as well as the Phoebe and the Pal Pad, so not the Air Balloon, but the Pal Pad, so we can actually recycle extra Phoebe and extra Boss, so we can have much better chance to beat that Decidueye, where the traditional Zacian Zamazenta doesn't have a single chance to win that matchup. In theory, they have if the Decidueye deck bricks, but if they don't brick, it's not going to be easy anyways. Yeah, so that's the list. One Oranguru, one Duraludon, 2 of each Scizor VMAX, 2 Zacian, and 2 Zamazenta V. So for the trainer cards, we have 4 copies of Metal Saucer for energy acceleration. We also have a Pal Pad, 4 copies of Quick Ball, 4 copies of Rotom Phone, which is a very good card in this build, because with the Rotom Phone we can rearrange the top 5 cards and we can always hit that Intrepid Sport combo as long as we have that Metal Energy at the top of the deck. Then we have 4 copies of Switch, 1 copy of Tool Scrapper, and 4 copies of that Crystal Cave, so we can have that Stadium War on our side, but also we can heal 30 damage every single turn. 2 Boss's Orders, 3 Marnie, 1 Phoebe, 4 copies of Professor Research, as well as 1 copy of Raihan, 2 of each Air Balloon and Big Charm, following that with 2 Coating Energy, so we can have decent matchup at least against Victini VMAX, as well as 12, actually 11 Fire Energy cards. What I also like about this deck combo is the fact that you can, in theory, in one turn, set up 1 Zacian, 1 Zamazenta, 1 Scizor VMAX, as long as you have 2 energies, which are basic metal energies in your discard pile, and Raihan an energy in your hand. So imagine having Oranguru in the active position with the Air Balloon. Your opponent knocked your, let's say, Zacian last turn, so you have Raihan, you have energy in your hand and 2 energies in the discard pile, and you have Scizor VMAX on the bench, let's say. So you can attach energy manually from your hand to the Scizor VMAX. You can play Raihan to attach one more energy to your Scizor VMAX on the bench. Plus, you can search the deck for, let's say, Metal Saucer, use the Metal Saucer and attach extra energy to your Scizor VMAX, and then in just a single turn you attach 3 energies to the Scizor VMAX with the 320 HP, and you can start dealing damage again to your opponent, which is just mind-blowing thing. I mean, definitely it is. 320 HP, 350 with the Big Charm, minus 30 resistance, and also that Crystal Cave. It is very nice add-on to the Zacian deck, that's for sure. So in today's video I will definitely try to play a game with it and see how it will goes. Hopefully you will hit the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel for more upcoming videos. If you're looking maybe to purchase any of these cards, you can also visit ccgcastle.com. Link will be provided in the video description. So just in case if you need or looking for any of these cards, you can find them at the CCG Castle. Okay, let's move to the game test so we can see how this deck works. So see you in the game. Okay, we'll start with the Zamazenta, just because if I'm gonna play against VMAX deck, should be better, I guess. Other than that, 2 Quick Ball and another Zamazenta. Personally, I will just get rid of another Zamazenta because I really want to play a little bit with my Scizor VMAX, if it's possible by any means. Let me get that Oranguru as well, and let me see if I can pull something out of the Primate Wisdom. Nothing as well as the Intrepid Sword. Plus I also discarded one of the Metal Saucers. So since the deck is focused around the Scizor VMAX, I really wanted to play a little bit with the Scizor VMAX. So discard a card from your hand if you do draw 3 cards, okay, and the second attack at the end of your opponent next turn defending Pokemon will be knocked out. Okay, so that's a dope. Is that a Eternatus VMAX with Galarian Slowking? Yes, it is. Luckily, I discarded my other Zamazenta. Yeah, just because I really want to have a fun matchup, not the matchup where I have 2 Zamazentas and where I'm just, you know, stalling in the front doing nothing. Personally, it's not funny for me to play the game like that. Alright, let's go with the Marnie. Let's see what we can get. I mean, I can just at least stall with 1 Zamazenta. I don't need to have 2 of them. Literally nothing, so at least I will just get the energy out of the Intrepid Sword, so that's something. Not 1, but actually 2 of them. Perfect. Okay. I mean, theoretically he can, with the poison, go through the Zamazenta Dauntless Shield ability. You can prevent only damage done to the Zamazenta by opponent Pokemon VMAX. Unfortunately, you cannot prevent the special condition, so Slowking can actually use that special condition. Okay, so I definitely need to retreat in this case. Before I retreat, let me just save that Metal Saucer. Yeah, we can knock him out. Let's go first with the research for 7 and see if we can find something else. Nothing. Alright. Brake Blade. So that's a 230. And that's 2 prize cards. So Rotom Phone as well as a Metal Energy. Alright. So Eternatus can power up bench Eternatus. He decided rather to go with the active Eternatus. And what is really cool about Zacian deck is the fact that you can just retreat without worrying too much about energy cards, because you can always just recycle them back with the Metal Saucer, later even with the Raihan, once your opponent knocks you out. So this is the old Cemetery. Okay, luckily I have another Crystal Cave available. I already spent 2 Crystal Caves. I played one, I discarded another one. Okay, completely forget to do that. We do have Switch, so we don't need to do that. Energy as a top deck, much better solution. For now, I'm just gonna use hard scissors. Hitting actually for 90 and reducing the damage by 30 is a very good effect. I mean, there's a switch. Okay, so I should go maybe for yeah, never mind. I could get that bosses instead. So next turn I can retreat, use both Metal Saucers, knock the Eternatus out with my Zacian V, draw 2 more prize cards, and there's a Pierce, so he can get energy plus Eternatus VMAX if he wants. And he can also deal some damage to Scizor. Scizor is 320 HP, it reduces damage for 30. I also have Crystal Cave, so I can heal 30 more damage. If I can get Big Charm, then I can increase the HP for like 30 more, which is insane. What are we gonna get out of the Oranguru? Maybe Switch? No Switch in this case. Yeah, I will definitely retreat, who cares? Metal Saucer, 1 energy here, 1 energy here. I don't even want to use Zamazenta in this matchup. Simply, I just don't want to use it. I have Raihan available, so I can power up easily my Scizor VMAX. Really want to take the knockout with the Scizor VMAX, but for that I will need Boss's Order, so I can knock the Sableye or Crobat out of the game. So there's a Great Ball for that Galarian Zigzagoon. Yeah, I mean, I need to admit that he had very slow start, no question about it, but overall, at the end, even if he didn't have such a slow start, I could just stay in the active with the Zamazenta and block the damage from the VMAX anyways. One, two, three. So there's like 7 plus 1, 8. So that's 240. So that's enough damage for the knockout against Zacian. Knowing that the top deck is a Metal Saucer, I can promote my Zamazenta in the front. I can attach Big Charm. I can play my Metal Saucer, Energy. I can use Primate Wisdom, even if I don't need it. Then I can use Raihan, go with the Energy attachment, go with the Metal Saucer. Now you can see how broken this combo really is. I actually misplayed here heavily. And the Pokemon that cannot be one-hit knocked out by my opponent attacks is definitely Scizor VMAX, because it has 350 HP, but I forgot to take that Raihan Boss's Orders for the knockout next turn, because he will probably try to switch into fresh new Eternatus, as I mentioned it, and he will try to actually win this game at the end. So here and there I made a little mistake, so there's a scoop up net. So I can even lose this game at the end. Alright. I can even lose this game at the end. Well, disrupting him down to 4 sounds like a good idea, but The card that I actually need badly here is, let's just thin the deck as much as possible, is a Boss's Orders. There it is. I can get that Boss's Orders next turn as the top deck, so I just need somehow to... Oh, yeah, I have Zamazenta, so if he played Boss's Orders, he cannot use Phoebe, so it's okay. I mean, I win this game. Literally, there is no chance that he can hit for 320. Not even with 4 Zigzagoons. That's like impossible. So if he plays Boss's Orders, then he can go through the Zamazenta ability. And the top deck is a Boss's Orders, so I'm fine. He will definitely pull the Zamazenta out, but can go through it. Theoretically, he can try to prepare the knockout with the Sableye, but since I have that free retreat, I can simply just heal the damage off, and I can take a big swing with the Scizor VMAX for the knockout. So example, if I played only with Zacians, he could potentially knock another Zacian win the game, but obviously I wouldn't be that dumb to play 3 Zacians and 0 Zamazentas. I just wanted to play without Zamazenta in this matchup, just so we can have, you know, a bit more closer matchup at least, so I can give that Eternatus a little bit of the chance to play over the Zamazenta. So he took 4 prizes at the end. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting deck idea with the Scizor VMAX as attack in the Zacian deck, because it can tank a little bit, definitely. Against the CGI, for example, against the CGI deck you can reduce damage for 30, plus you can hard Scizor for 30 more, and then theoretically speaking, if you have the Crystal Cave, you can heal 30 more damage, so it's like almost the Zacian. It's almost like the CGI deal 0 damage to the Scizor VMAX, which is insane. I mean, theoretically they cannot do anything. Plus you can just play Phoebe, and with your Scizor VMAX you can one-hit knock out that the CGI, so you can use another Phoebe, and meanwhile you can just try to power up that Duraludon, so you can maybe try to add a little bit more of pressure to the CGI, and also we can try to get some knockouts against those Intellions as well, with the Boss's Orders and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please definitely consider subscribing to the channel for more videos. As always, thank you for your time and thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Till then, have a nice day and goodbye.